Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to make a GIF of a photo, a still photo that you're adding an animation on top of using the DoInk app. So I have a handout for this and it's called the picture GIF. So we're just gonna kind of follow along the steps. You can make something like this. I'm gonna do something really similar for my example. So I started with a photo. And so what I suggest you do is just like go on Safari and type in something, a picture of something that you have an idea of that you would like to do some sort of animation over top of. So I just typed in eagle flying. So I found this picture here that I like. So I'm just gonna tap on it and hold in for a second. And then there's an option right here that says add to photos. So I'm gonna tap on that. And now when I go back into the photo library, I can see that it's here. I actually added it there twice. I don't need it twice. I just need it one time. But so that was step number one on the paper, to find an image that you'd like and save it to your photos. Now we're gonna open the DoInk app. Okay, so we're first gonna use the animation app, and then for the second half of this, we'll use the green screen app. So I'm gonna open the animation app. I'm gonna hit the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner and tap on new drawing. Okay, so at this point, we need to bring that picture in here. And so you are going to tap on the three lines in the top middle of the screen right here. So I'm gonna tap on that. And I wanna bring that photo in. So I'm gonna tap on this little camera icon right here. And I can see my eagle picture right in there. So I'm gonna tap on that and then tap on the eagle picture. And once I have it popped up here, I'm gonna tap on this word use right here. And so if I can just tap in this gray area right here to make that go away, and then there's my eagle. Okay, so now we want to be able to draw on top of it, but currently we would just be moving it around if we were trying to draw on top of it. So what you're going to do, because you want this to be one layer, and then you want to have a separate layer that you're drawing on top of, and it won't let you select any of the tools down here. So you're going to tap on the three lines again up here, and you're gonna tap on the plus sign right here, and you're gonna have a new layer. So we have the eagle layer, and then we have this blank layer. That's the one that we're gonna draw on, and it has to be highlighted blue for it to work. So I'm gonna tap out here in this gray and white checkered area to make that go away. And now you can see that the paintbrush tool is highlighted, so I can start drawing. And so, you know, if you want to use the paintbrush tool and make lines. If you want to make the paintbrush tool thinner, you can tap on the paintbrush itself and change the size of it. So I just turned it down so I can make really skinny lines. Whoops, I think my app just crashed. If you want to, I'll just erase that. If you would prefer to use the pencil tool, I'm gonna tap on the pencil tool. You can draw shapes and they automatically fill in. So maybe that's something that you wanna try out. I'm gonna pick a color. I think I'm gonna use yellow, or actually maybe I'll use a gradient for this one. So I'm gonna do yellow to white, okay? And then if you wanna make it a little bit bigger, because it is kind of small right now, I'm actually going to just like use 2 fingers and zoom in, just kind of like pinch it in a little bit. But I want to still be able to see the whole screen. So maybe I'm just going to start with some like movement lines, and I have it on the pencil tool, so I'm just going to kind of draw those lines. I'm going to start off really small. So I want you guys to do between like 6 and 25 frames. So it's really up to you how much or how few you want to do on this. Like if you have a really cool idea for 6 frames, awesome. If you want to do less, that's fine with me too. I'm gonna hit this plus sign down here and make a new frame. So you can see there's that overlay, the onion skin that's showing just a little bit of the previous frame. And I'm gonna change, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna change my color in between each one. I'm just gonna change the shape. So now I'm gonna make my shapes a little bit bigger.
And do that however many times makes sense for you. Maybe now I'll change.
So I'm just gonna play, see what I have so far. So, you know, when you play it, it takes the picture out of it. So that's why we're gonna be using the green screen in a second to put them back together. So I'm gonna hit done, go back here. Maybe I'll even add in like a little bird that he's like hunting. All right, so here is what I'm gonna end with. I have 6 frames. Oh, I'm sorry, I have 8 frames total. All right, so now we're on the second portion of the project here. So you have to save this as a video. So I'm gonna go back to the gallery view. It's a little bit different than the name animation that I showed you guys how to do. So we're gonna hit the share button. We have to save it in a slightly different way. So I'm gonna hit the share button. Okay, I am actually on this one, we're gonna save it as DoInk, data DoInk right here. So this is so that these 2 apps, the green screen and this app, can communicate. And you're just basically sending it from one app to the other. So we're gonna save it to the DoInk shared folder. I'm gonna tap on that, it says success, your project was saved to the shared folder. So I'm gonna tap okay. Now I'm gonna head over into the green screen app. And from here, so I'm over on the worksheet, I'm at step number 13. So I'm gonna press on the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. Sorry, my last one is still up. So I'm gonna hit this plus sign. This is typically what it looks like whenever you sign in or open up this app. So I'm gonna hit create a new project. And then on the bottom of the screen, you see 3 plus signs down here. I'm gonna tap on the middle plus sign and we're gonna put that photo of the eagle. So I'm gonna tap on photos. I see my eagle, there it is. So I wanna put that in here. Now it's kind of really cropped off. So I'm gonna pinch it down. I am gonna end up with some of that blank space on the sides, but I'd rather have that than lose half my eagle. It also does rotate. So, you know, try to get it to be straight or whatever makes sense for your animation. Okay, so once you have your picture in there, so that's on these are different layers, and we want the photo to be on the middle layer, and then we want to add in your animation that you just made. So I'm going to hit the top plus sign over here, and I'm going to open the DoInk folder because that's where we saved your animation. So I'm going to tap on that, and then I can see my animation right here. It's this one. Okay, now the only problem is that it's probably not the same exact size. So you have to make sure that you're selected on the layer that you want to change. There is a dot, a yellow dot and a green circle. If you tap on that, it's going to make a path for that animation. So if I play that, like look at my animation like moves around. I don't want that. So my advice to you is don't tap on that yellow dot with the green circle, okay? So I just hit the back arrow, like the undo arrow, and I undid that movement. What I need to do though is I can change the size of this, but I just don't want to tap on that circle. So I'm gonna like enlarge it and position it to where I think it's supposed to be. I can twist it if I need to. And then I can hit play and see if it's in the right spot. And like when it ends at it doesn't go in the eagle's mouth. So it's not like quite, I think it needs to be moved up just a little bit. All right, so I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So now I am going to hit export video right here. And it's gonna ask you, it says your video has been recorded. You want to save it to the camera roll. Okay, now at this point, you wanna turn it into a GIF. So open 5-second GIF, hit that plus sign, video from library. Here's my video down here. I can play it. I'm happy with it. Hit done. Remember, there's gonna be an ad. We don't need any hot tubs. We're gonna X that out. If you want to change the speed, now is the time that you can change the speed. If you haven't adjusted that yet, like you can make it crazy fast or slow it down a whole bunch, whatever makes sense for you. Hit save in the upper right hand corner. It's still stuck in the 5-second GIF app. So I'm gonna hit the up arrow down here, save it as a GIF and then I'm gonna hit the save image and it will be saving it to the photo library. I can head back into there and you can see here it is, right? Here's that GIF. It will just play forever and ever automatically. And now you can airdrop it to me.